Hello everyone, Pallytime here. Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. I'm in like full relaxation mode over here because we're about to play one of my favorite characters. Not one of the most useful characters in the entire game, but is he fun to play? You better believe it. We have landed on Chen's Storm Stout today. We're almost done with the first line. That's an accomplishment upon itself. He is a warrior that was added to the game and was riddled with bugs. And they would fix a bug, and then another bug would happen. And then they would fix that one, and then another one would happen. And right now, I think it's the first time in the game that Chen can actually be played with 100% of the vision that the developers had. Like, his kick will actually jump you to the other side of a target. You could actually press D without fear of interrupting your drinking. Like, it's a good time. Too bad there's other dominant warriors and no one really plays Chen other than me, but that's not the point. We're going to play him today. Yay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves on the Cursed Hollow today. Two Murkies in the same game. What are the odds of that? What are the odds of that? I'm trying something out with the new firmware on my camera. I'm using a DSLR to record this. And I have to touch it every 30 minutes. Like, I have to record it and stop every 30 minutes, otherwise it shuts off. But I installed some new firmware on it. I'm going to see if it works. So if my camera cuts off in this match, then test failed, I guess. The friendly team, Lunara, Azul, Murky, Ariel, and Chen. The enemy team, Li Ming, Murky, Tychus, Ariel, and Leoric. We are going to get fucked this game. Oh my god. Dude, they have, like, the counter Chen cop. What is happening? What is happening? We need to go soak some XP. Like, I don't care about anything that's going on here. We're gonna go for Regeneration Master level 1. Now, Regeneration Master has been changed. I actually liked it more for Chen in the past. Because Chen is so focused on actually just regaining health, like no one else in the video game can. And the old Regeneration Master was a bit better suited for that because it just gave you more and more and more and more and more regen, and there was no cap for it. Whereas now there is a cap. I guess I'm just gonna sit it. I don't know. How do I stop a Leoric from creepy handing me as Chen? Do I just sit? I mean, do I just go in now, like, and then I drink? Is this working? Maybe he healed a lot there, and I didn't really. I don't know, it's hard to say. I'm just gonna drink every time he puts the creepy hand on me. He's just healing too. We just have nothing but sustain going on down here in the bottom lane. Sustain in the bot lane! Sustain in the lane! You know what I'm saying? Our W ability is Keg Smash. It's real boring, it just slows people. It's technically a skill shot, but if you miss it, I mean, it's hard to. It's just hard to miss it. And then your E ability is the other part of your Q ability. Because your E ability ignites anything that you hit with your W. Did I say Q? I meant W. And basically you have to use the two abilities together, otherwise they're just absolutely useless. Yeah! Yeah, we dodged it! Go in hard! Hit him with everything! Hit him with everything! Get him! Get him! Okay, now we back up. Because he's about to creepy hand again and we need to dodge it. Dodge it. Dodge it. What is going on down here? What is this matchup? Well, I guess I'm losing now. But don't worry, we have amp healing, and all of a sudden my health regen is going to be ridiculous. It's like, he could probably win this lane. I have no way of ever winning this lane at all. Like, I could just sit here and drink forever, but that's not really winning. We're just kind of stalling the lane out. I'm not taking any damage, am I? No, we healing. We good. We're actually healing for a pretty decent amount. We're gonna have to leave when these minions get here. He's out of mana though, so, I mean, alright. Let's pressure him. Let's jump in front of him. Let's body block and stuff. Let's drink right here. Okay. Two ham team. Two ham. Alright, well, the first tribute is spawning up in the top right of the map, and one of the most beautiful things about Chen is we never have to go back, because we have so much health regen. If there's a long transit, by the time we get there, we're already going to be looking pretty healthy. Especially as we continue to progress, because every Chen build that it's worth his weight in salt is all focused around sustain and getting to the point where you could just kind of heal through everything. And we're well on our way now. That being said, the enemy team has so many ways of messing me up, it's not even funny. Leoric, as I'm sure you could tell, has an infinite amount of health as long as he puts his creepy hand on me. Tychus can interrupt me with the grenade or deal damage based on my maximum health with his grenade if he decides to go down that route. The Ariel can interrupt me whenever I drink it with her E ability. Li Ming can interrupt me with one of her heroics if she decides to do that. And of course, Murky can interrupt me if he goes for the Octo Grab, which every Murky ever does. So it's gonna be a fucking hard game, team. We're gonna have to play our hearts out in order to make this one work. I'm thinking I might actually go for the barrel this game, just because moving an enemy player around so we can lock him down might be very, very good. So the hit. Oh, by the way, my Q ability's kick. I never explained it. And then we drink with our trait to get brew. Brew is our main resource. You can see it at the bottom of the screen. And it funds all of our abilities that we talked about earlier. So Chen, in the past, I mentioned the fact that his kick was bugged forever. When he was released into the game, he was talent gated. Do you guys remember talent gates? Talent gates aren't in the game anymore, but he was talent gated. No matter what you did for like the first week, you couldn't actually pick any talents on Chen except for the first 2 in each of the categories, which basically meant that he was pretty much unplayable. After that, his kick for like a fucking year, I'm saying like a long time, his kick just didn't work. Like, you see how when I kick Leoric, I fly over his head, and it's pretty good, and it looks like it's what the intent of the ability is? Well, that's because that's what the intent of the ability is. For, like, a year straight, that did nothing. Just nothing. You would kind of kick into a target, and then just kind of wiggle there. Not really do anything. Sometimes you would go through them, sometimes you wouldn't. Sometimes you wouldn't even move at all. Like, it was just a disaster of an ability. Looks like we were able to pick up the tribute up here in the top lane. And Tychus seems a little overextended, so we're going to put some hurt on him. Now, Chen is just excellent at sustain, as I'm sure you might be able to tell. But the other thing he's really good at is body blocking, which you can see I'm trying to implement in a lot of ways versus this enemy team as well. This map has a ton of small, little, tiny choke points. And now that the kick actually works and we are able to navigate over a character, we can lock them down in these situations where they can't really wiggle by us. And this allows my team to deal damage to members of the enemy team who may just be a little overextended. Bot lane doesn't seem to be going too well, and the enemy team is about to hit level 10, which means they will have their heroic abilities before us. Soak to 10. So we just need to give up this tribute and let them have it. Just give up this tribute and let them have it. Soak top, get 10. Soak top. There was no reason to leave top at all, so our team's missing out on XP there. They got the tribute, and now the people who walked from top to middle are just kind of hanging out in the... What is this wall? I could just hop out of it. What are you doing? I could use some help down here at the bottom lane if they wanted to rotate down. You know, maybe a little bit. There's just 5 people down here. Don't worry, team. Don't worry, it's alright. It's all good. I mean, I'm just Chen. I can't do anything about this. We're just hanging out. No, you're gonna die, you're gonna die! They're rotating up, what are you doing? Oh no. She's gonna make it out though. She's gonna make it out, it's okay. You know what, we're gonna go for some damage here. We're gonna go for Storm, Earth, and Fire. And we're gonna try to interrupt the pacing that the enemy team may have versus me. Chen is the priority. He has always been the priority. He has always been the focus of unskilled teams. If your team is focusing Chen, odds are they are doing the wrong thing. But as you can see throughout the course of this match, they've really been paying a lot of attention to me. So we're going to try to use the Storm, Earth, and Fire ultimate to make decoys of ourselves, to make multiple versions of ourselves, allow us to jump around the map significantly more, and hopefully the enemy team will just focus me then and not when I'm actually trying to sustain. And it does allow us to make plays like what we just did versus that Li Ming to kind of get in there and deal some significant damage to her. We are hurting, team. We're hurting, team. We have high brew, so Brewmaster's Balance is going to be healing us for a lot. And right now, we just need to stay alive. Lunara isn't here yet. Zul looks to be retreating through the bottom. We're just going to kind of poke at these guys. Uh-oh, team. Uh-oh, team. It's not looking good. Yeah. Yeah. Chen doesn't poke. Chen goes in. But we were a little unorganized there, and Murky did not move his egg down from top, so when he died, he was back up. So it looks like we are just giving them the first curse of the match. As of right now, we are pretty even on buildings, though. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Yeah, man. What else happened with Chen? He's kind of picked in competitive sometimes. He's really good with Abathur. What feels bad about Chen is, like, you can do these amazing plays, right? These absolutely amazing plays. But there's never really been a successful build for Chen that revolves around dealing damage, especially in the early game. Like, every build that has ever had a decent win rate, every Chen you'll ever see that is actually able to soak damage, they go for the same talents from level 1 through 7. And most people don't even go for the barrel at all. Like, the barrel heroic, I wouldn't say it might as well not exist, but it isn't picked a lot, that's for sure. Let's just try to body block here a little bit. He's going to be disengaging. We're going to keep following. I mean, we don't have much follow-up here, and Murky's still in the top lane, so, you know, nothing good is going to come from that. And we should have known that. He's waiting for his egg to come back. So it's like there's never really been any talent diversity at all. I actually wonder if we go back and watch last year's A through Z, I'm actually wondering if we do the exact same build. Because he's never had any variation whatsoever, which is a little disheartening. You know, you kind of want a character that can build in a few ways and still be effective, and he's never really had that. We should be able to. Okay, I don't know what that entomb was. I mean, just back up. Just back up. It's totally fine. Just back it up, team. No reason to push it here at all. I'm just soaking up damage. Oh, she put the crown on me. She finally noticed. Yeah. I don't know what I want here. Let's just get enough to share and try to help out with some of this damage mitigation, because someone mentioned that they didn't feel like they were getting enough heals. So we'll get enough to share to kind of give heals. Really, only at level 13 do we have any type of talent variations at all. You either go for Relentless if they're going to stun you a lot, or you go for enough to share to give shields to people around you. And even then, I believe the value of the shield isn't as high as it used to be. So it's one of those things where, I mean, you're doing it and it's helpful, and like we can, you know, every little bit of damage helps if it's a close match, or every little bit of damage mitigation helps if it's a close match. But at the same time, this isn't going to save lives very often. It's going to be on one of those what the fuck moments montages where Chen just totally saves the day with this one talent that he picked up. Let's go back in and soak. Zul was in the middle lane when we pinged boss, and he decided to walk across the map to their boss instead of helping us with this one. So our team isn't really rallied behind us at all in this particular match, are they? Of course, when you have two Murkies in a game, it does kind of send it all over the place, because who the fuck plays Murky anymore, you know what I'm saying? Dude, I can't wait to talk about Murky, because it feels like Murky is in a game that was built without him in mind at all. That's what Murky feels like right now. So Zul decided to go top, and he died up there already. We do have the tribute over here, and I'm going to start channeling immediately. Hopefully we can grab it. If we do grab it, that means the enemy team is currently on the boss right now. A resurrect from our Ariel is going to bring Zul back, and it looks like we have caught the Li Ming up in the top lane. We definitely need to engage on this right now. I'm going to go ahead and kill off their Murky if I can. I'm just going to stand on this point and start to drink, make sure we can sustain. Now, the rest of the friendly team, they're going out and doing some fun stuff, but it's not really helping us here with this objective. Let's go ahead and kick over this Ariel. We did manage to steal the boss away. That was a really fucking good play, actually. Nice job, guys. Nice res. Now let's push top. But you see what I mean? Like, we have boss top. Ariel went middle for a while. I mean, maybe she was looking for someone to kill. Murky went back to the base. Zul went back to the base. We got this. This is great. We should push with it, though. I don't know. Just doesn't seem like we're on the same page at all. At all. We are going to go for pressure point. Our flying kick is going to massively slow down a target. So when we do stuff like this, the Li Ming's barely going to be able to move when we're done. That sounded oddly sexual. baby girl. Okay, maybe I'm the only one who went there. I don't know. Let's go ahead and we'll attack Li Ming a little bit here. We are in the Storm, Earth, and Fire right now. Let's back up and let's hit the building. Like, we want to leave as soon as this is done. We definitely don't want to hang out here. Let's go ahead and drop down to 50% brew just so we're faster than this Tychus. Any minions in front of me? No, no, let's mount up, mount up, mount up. He's mounting now, so we mount too, and we're going to be just fine. Now we need to get our brew. Actually, our brew's perfect where it is. Let's go ahead and start shielding. And then we're going to dive in here on their Ariel, who is out of position. That slow is going to make it easier for our damage dealers to get up here and deal damage if they wanted to do so. But it looks as though we are focusing on the point, which is totally fine. And he is going to die. There we go. All right, he interrupted my drinking. I don't like him because of that. I'm going to my healer, hoping for a crown. Hoping for a heal. We have managed to curse the enemy team. In a strange twist of events, it appears that we are now ahead in the match, where it is ultimately complete chaos and unorganization. That boss deal really did wonders for us. It absolutely was worth it. All right, let's go ahead and pressure this Tychus some more. We're on their side of the wall. I think... Oh, I forgot how many stuns they had. That's what I forgot. Can I get a res? Can you res me? Are you? Is that a res? Yeah! Yeah! Oh, I've never been res before. Oh, that's exciting. All right, we'll just hang out here and we'll give shields to our team. Why not? 2 members of the enemy team are dead. Their healer and their Li Ming. And we could just sit here and continue to support. Continue to mitigate damage until our Ariel can heal again. Or she can put the crown on me, and I can always just go take damage whenever I feel like it. So it looks like this curse, we're going to go for Elemental Conduit because we're trying to end the game here. It's just basically a damage increase. If she crowns me here, we're going to be soaking up a lot of damage for her because this Tychus wants to focus me bad. Tychus is going to be hit with the Octo Grab from the friendly Murky, and he is going to be taken down, and that's going to be a dead core. So a completely chaotic game where everyone was just doing whatever they wanted. Is actually a really nice symbol. I forgot to change my... No, don't look at me. It's actually a really nice metaphor for our Chen here. Because he is just like... I don't understand how Chen fits in the game. But I play him, and I have fun while I'm doing it. But, like, normally you want warriors to have massive amounts of mitigation. And in this game in particular, I had no mitigation because if I wanted to drink, we were getting hit by Tychus that does true damage. We were based on my maximum health. We were getting hit by Leoric that does true damage based on my maximum health. We were interrupted by the Murky every single time, or we were interrupted by the Oriole. So we effectively had no damage mitigation this whole game if they wanted to do that on me. But you could also say that while they were using this kind of focus on me to take me down because they had so many advantages over me, that technically makes room for my team to move in and do things and get shit done in the middle of a team fight when the enemy team is using that many resources on Chen. So I guess in that regard, being the priority, being the main focus, innately gives your team the advantage if he doesn't die. But I don't know, man. He's not very good at peeling unless he goes barrel. And if he goes barrel, he effectively has no damage. So if you have no damage, how do you become the priority in a team fight? Like, if I take barrel and I jump in on Li Ming, why would they peel for Li Ming? Why would they stop pushing into my team? Which, keep in mind, if I push in, my team's left stranded with no front line. So I have to be a threat to that Li Ming to make the enemy team turn around. But if I go for the barrel, then I'm absolutely no threat to that Li Ming. I have no way of getting damage in my build to actually make myself more of a threat. So I'm forced into Earth, Wind, and Fire, Storm, Earth, and Fire, whatever the fuck it's called. And then I'm basically... I don't know. I guess my main complaint is he doesn't peel for his targets very well unless he picks the worst ultimate. And if he picks that ultimate, then how does he actually be a frontline for his team? Because no one's ever going to focus him. Or no one should focus him. The good games on Chen are when you're playing against opponents that don't realize that they should never be fucking hitting you. I don't know. I'm sure you can tell I'm just so conflicted about the character. I have a ton of fun playing him. We can make some really cool shit happen. He's enjoyable. Is he top tier, I guess, is what we're getting to? No, he's not. Those are the stats for the game right there. These are the talents I used. Regen Master, Amp Healing, Brewmaster's Balance. Same every game. Ever. Then Storm, Earth, and Fire. Enough to share. Pressure Point, and Elemental Conduit. We went for Elemental Conduit just so we could deal a little bit more damage there, trying to make sure we won the game. But that's going to be it for me today, guys. Hope you enjoyed today's video. I am going to need some help for this one. At this one. Wonder who my Cho'Gall partner is going to be. Find out on the next episode of A through Z. Oh, shit! Yeah!